What's up, world? Let's talk about it. Everybody talking about this Ariel Atkins trade, and they losing their minds, and they don't understand how can Chicago make this trade. So I'm here to break it down for you. If you watch my other WNBA videos, we talking about the WNBA in a GM perspective. Because at the end of the day, the NBA is a business. So first we're gonna start off with Washington. Now Washington owned by a black woman named Sheila Johnson. They just got a new GM, Jamila Wyman. She's a former NBA president of player development. So she was in the NBA developing players. And she was a former president of the NBA for developing players. They got a new head coach, Sidney Johnson. And I give them an A because not only did they trade Ariel Atkins, that was worth 200,000 on the salary cap. The Washington has the third, fourth, sixth pick in the first round, and they have the 23rd and the 32nd pick. So they got the second round pick from Connecticut, and they also got a third round pick from Phoenix. So they have currently they have three first round picks because we know Paige Beckers and Olivia Mal going 1 and 2. No matter where they go, they're going 1 and 2. So if they going 1 and 2, I'm pretty sure Chicago GM Jeff Tyler Marsh, and I also found out an interesting fact that I didn't know, that the Chicago Sky is owned by Michael Alter, Matt Knowles, Beyonce Daddy, and also Michelle Williams from Destiny Child. So I was always wondering how Michelle was getting her money because, Kelly became her own star. Beyonce is the queen. And Michelle getting that money for the WNBA. She a part owner of the Sky. So if I'm the Chicago Sky, as a GM perspective, I'm looking at the number 3 pick. And we all just watched Notre Dame go down to Louisville. I mean, not Louisville, NC State. So Olivia Miles, Paige Becker's going 1 and 2. Who is the number 3? Kiki Airfin? No. Sonya Centron, good, but she's not Olivia Miles or Paige Beckers that has the potential to be a decent game-changing player in the WNBA. Sonya Centron is a good player. She a baller. She gonna be a good 3 and D person in the league. You hoping she be a Marina Mayberry or somebody like that who will give you some buckets, some intensity, and play some D. You hoping Sonya Centron to be somebody like Marina Mayberry. But is that really what you gonna put your third pick on in the future on? I don't think so. So Chicago was like, hey, we give you the number 3 pick. Now I know a lot of people is tripping because why would Chicago do a pick swap in 2027? That's Juju, and that's Hannah Hidalgo in their draft. Listen here, okay? We're gonna start from the beginning and just follow me so you can know how the WNBA works, okay? The best thing to have is draft picks in the WNBA. You can get them to little to nothing, and you have them for at least 4 years. Whenever they set foot and start playing the season, that's when they 4 years start. They can sit out for a minute, play in Euro League, decide this year I'm gonna be this year I'm gonna play, and then in the 4 years start. And then the last year you a restricted free agent, and then you can go to free agency and get the $200,000 salaries and stuff like that. So with that being said, the WNBA has Caitlin Clark, for example. Caitlin Clark is not making over 100,000. She may be making 80 some thousand this year, maybe 90 some, but she's not making over 100,000 on a rookie contract. It might be 80 some thousand this year because she in her second year. And then the next year it might be 90,000 something, and then she'll be on the team option, and then she'll be a restricted free agent. So a lot of people and a lot of teams have a lot of contracts with these rookie contracts that's really low. So some of these players that don't be deserving, you be like, why these people getting 150,000? Why these people get 200,000? They have a minimum salary cap that all WNBA teams have to have. They have to have a minimum number of salary paid players. And if you don't meet the minimum, the league will find something to do to figure out however they're going to work that out in a CBA collective bargaining agreement. So this year in 2025, the minimum salary, which you got to have 83.7% of the minimum salary cap. So the salary cap is $1,507,100. So you got to have 83.7% of the salary cap. So the minimum salary that you have to have this year is $1,261,440. Keep that in mind. That's why I'm giving both teams a A plus for this trade. Hear me out. Hear me out. We ain't talking about your feelings. We ain't talking about how this. I'm gonna tell you how. I'm gonna tell you how. We're gonna start with Washington. So Washington has the third, fourth, sixth, a second, and a third round. Now they currently have 7 contracts. You have to have a minimum of 11 contracts by the time the game 1 is played. 11 to 12 contracts. They currently have 7 contracts. They have Brittany Sykes. She's at 195,000 right now. We got Stephanie Dolson at 170,000. We got Carly Samuelson at 118,450. We got Shakira Austin at 91,981. These are all protected veteran and rookie, and Shakira on the rookie contract. They have Sugg Sutton on the team on the training cap contract for 78,381. Now, training cap salary don't count against the salary cap until that person makes the team. Aaliyah Edwards, $74,800. Kone, 66,710. Jada Melbourne, 66,710. So they have 7 players, 7 players on contract. They just got rid of Ariel Atkins in the trade for the 3rd round pick and pick swaps in 2027. So they need 3, 4. They need at least 4 people. They got 3 people on training camp contracts right now: Sugg Sutton, Emily Ingsler, and Salou. They got 3 training camp contracts, so they have 7 players, 3 contracts. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 picks in this current draft. So with these 5 picks and the 3 training camp contracts. They're going to be competing for the last 5 roster slots. They also have 4 picks in the next draft. So they can get 3 decent players to come off the bench with Sykes, Dolson, Austin, Edwards, Carly Samuelson, Jada Melbourne, and go for what you know. And then next year they got 4 or 5 picks that they have that they can build on and make a whole new team. And in 2027, if Chicago sucks, they can pick swap with Chicago. So they got a backup plan. I give them an A+. Ariel Atkins need a fresh start. She been at Washington, hold it down forever. Hey, do what you gotta do. I give them an A+. Now we get to Chicago, and this is why I give them an A+. Just hear me out. Chicago got rid of the 3rd pick. They looked around. They looked at their current team. You cannot tell me, okay? They got rid of Kennedy Carter, and I'm gonna make a separate video of where I think Kennedy Carter should go and where she might end up. But they said she had issues and she didn't fit. Chicago is known to not be good to their players, and there's always some issues in Chicago. And they said she wasn't down with them, so they made her a restricted free agent, and she's still a free agent right now. So Isabel Harrison, she didn't come back. She got signed to New York Liberty, like I said in my other video. New York Liberty needs some bench. Why not get a veteran, Isabel Harrison, to replace Kayla Thornton because she got picked up in the expansion draft? Okay, you get rid of the 3rd pick because you didn't feel like it was nothing out there. So keep in mind, Chicago still have 5 picks next year. They still have 2 first-round picks in 2025 draft. 2026 draft. They still have 2 second-round picks and a 3rd-round pick that they can leverage for next free agency. And if they suck, they could get a lottery pick and use that. We don't know who coming out next year. We don't know. Then on top of that, in 2027, say you get the new CBA and you go out here and ball the free agency and build you a team, you ain't got to worry about them draft picks. Right now, Chicago currently have 9 players on contract. Like I said, you need a minimum of 11 and the maximum is 12. So they didn't bring back Kennedy Carter. They signed Onyeabor for $125,000. They did the trade. Got rid of Lindsey Allen. They got Courtney Vandersloot for $185,000, which give them veteran leadership. And Sloot can run the pick and roll and get them bigs in line. She can make it easier for Cardoza and for Angel Reese so they can learn and grow. Then on top of that, they have Elizabeth Williams at $100,000. Is arguably the best backup big in the WNBA. They got Rebecca Allen from all them trades and she $160,000. They got Mariah Jefferson, who can come up and play backup point guard for $145,000. They got Rachel Banham for $95,000, and she can shoot the bucket. And you got Camille Cardoza still on her rookie contract for $78,000 and $66. And you got Angel Reese on her rookie contract for $74,909. So you hear right now, you said before the trade, you had a total salary of $1,108,475 with 9 players. So you do the math, You get Ariel Atkins, that's 10 players. Her contract is $2,000. Now you above the league minimum salary cap at 1,308,475. So you got 10 players. All you need is one or two more players to solidify your roster, which you can get at the 10th pick and the second round 4th pick. And you also have the second round 10th pick. So you got 3 draft picks. So them 3 draft picks will compete for the final 2 spots for your roster, and your team is done. And you can worry about next year with your 5 picks that you have, that you can trade for 2027 and get Juju or anybody you want. So calm down, Chicago fans. You got veteran people on this roster. You got young Angel Reese and Camila Cardoza, with Rachel Badham, who is a veteran who can shoot, Elizabeth Williams, who's the best backup center in the league. You got Onyebuike, who's young and she's getting better by the day. You got Kia Nurse, who can be the amazing shooter one night. She can be the most trash person on defense one night, and she can hit the game winner on any given night. A veteran who's been in this league. Then you got Mariah Jefferson, who is a winner. You got Rebecca Allen, who is a veteran, and you got Courtney Vandersloot, that's a veteran. With 2 more draft picks, you cannot tell me that Chicago Sky is not a better team this year than they was last year. And they might not make the playoffs, but they could make the playoffs because they're going to sneak some people this year. If you don't play your A game, Chicago Sky going to upset you. They're going to rebound the ball, and they're going to run it. So you better hit your shots. So both teams get an A+ right here. You heard it here first. Chicago fans, calm down. You got 5 draft picks next year that you can leverage for Juju and Hannah Hidalgo draft. And plus, there's a new CBA coming, and you can sign free agents. Everybody gonna be a free agent next year. So calm down.